everyone, welcome back. Thanks so much for joining me again today, and also a big thanks to Anna and Luisa for sponsoring today's video. More on them later. Now that I'm 32 years old, I can say for sure that my 20s are behind me. And when I look back to who I was at age 20, it feels both a million miles away, but at the same time also like it could be yesterday. And my 20s were a very transformative period in my life. I learned so many things in between the ages of 20 and 30. And so if there was a way for me to go back in time and share this advice with my 20-year-old self, this is what I would say to myself. Thanks so much for joining me for today's video, where I get a little bit more personal and share some more things about myself and my life. I am drinking this really nice cup of herbal tea with rosemary, lemongrass, and coconut. So if you want, feel free to grab yourself something nice to drink so we can enjoy it together. And before I dive into the life lessons I've learned, I want to quickly thank Anna and Luisa for sponsoring today's video and for supporting the channel. I have worked with this brand before about 6 months ago, and I have been wearing their jewelry ever since then. I love this brand because they make beautiful, high-quality jewelry in an ethical and sustainable way. So they use things like recycled gold, and if they use diamonds, they are lab-grown. Their packaging is also made from recycled materials, and they are carbon neutral. And they do all this while also keeping their prices relatively affordable, since their pieces start at $49. I used to buy quite a bit of lower quality jewelry items back in the day, and looking back on it, it's something that I wish I hadn't done. First of all, because it's a waste, because these pieces don't last, and second, because the way they are produced is also quite wasteful. For example, I have learned that it actually takes 20 tons of earth mining to produce a single gold ring, and that's something that I cannot even imagine. They sent me these two really beautiful earrings, and I've been wearing them non-stop for the last 2 months, and I've gotten a lot of compliments. And they also sent me these two bracelets that are really pretty. This one has a green aventurine stone, and I always love green aventurine, so when I saw this, I immediately loved it. And this one is a gold chain link bracelet. If you ever feel like getting some pieces that you can enjoy for years and that have also been produced in a mindful way, then you can find the link in the description box, as well as a 10% discount code that you can use. Now let's begin with my letter to my 20-year-old self. Nothing you buy is going to make you feel better about yourself. After 8 years of minimalism, I can tell you from the bottom of my heart that confidence cannot be bought. And the key to feeling good about yourself is not to have the right makeup, the right clothes, shoes, or to finally fix that weird hair of yours. You don't need to buy these products because there's nothing for you to fix. You don't need fixing. You just need to find that inner strength, that part that makes you you, and all the rest will follow. If you feel uncomfortable, speak up. It's not your job or responsibility to make sure that everyone else feels okay. You matter just as much. I know it's incredibly hard to speak up, and I know that you like to avoid any type of confrontation if at all possible, and to just keep on smiling, hoping that people won't notice how you truly feel. But again, it is not your job to look out for everyone else's interests over that of your own. It is so important to speak up, so do it anyway. So much conflict can actually be avoided if you learn to be clear about your boundaries and you can communicate them with others. Everyone is winging it. I know that you're just 20 years old, but let me give you some advice that's going to help you out big time. If you ever feel lost, or like you don't know what you're doing or what you're supposed to be doing, it might seem like everyone else has everything figured out. But the secret is that no one really does, and everyone is winging it. People learn by doing, by going through things. They learn along the way, and it's okay like that for you as well. Don't try to have it all figured out, because once you feel like you do, something changes and throws everything off course again. Just stay true to yourself and do the best you can. Go to the dentist. I know that it scares you to no end, but if you let that silly fear of the dentist get the better of you, it'll grow even stronger. The best thing you can do is go twice a year and take good care of your teeth, because giving into your fear is only going to feed into it. And before you know it, it'll be 5 years since your last dentist appointment, and you will sit there in that waiting room with shaking knees. Trust me, it will not be as bad as you think. Don't dye your hair brown. You will miss being a blonde after only a few short weeks, after which a friend will tell you that she can help you to get it blonde again, and she bleaches it in her bathroom, and and you will walk around with yellow hair for a year. No job is worth your health. If you notice serious signs that your job is affecting your mental or physical health, or both, it is time to take action. Either talk it over with your manager and make sure that the necessary changes actually get made, or look for something else. Trust me, if you can avoid getting a burnout, it's worth it. Praise yourself for putting yourself out there and trying something new rather than for your successes. You will have a few successes and it's okay to feel proud of them, but they're not the most important thing. It is not about avoiding failure. It's about not being afraid to make mistakes, not holding yourself back. If you want to grow as a person, be proud of yourself for trying. Try to let go of your money fears. In your 20s, there will be times when you'll make a comfortable salary, and there will be times when you'll have hardly any money at all. Try not to get used to either. When money is coming in, enjoy it while also being responsible, of course, and setting some aside for a rainy day. And when money is tight, try to appreciate the small, free things in life. Appreciate your many blessings. You have a roof over your head. You don't have to worry about where your next meal is coming from. You will have everything you need. So try to be grateful and appreciate that, and trust that things will work themselves out in the future. And the times when money is tight will actually teach you that there are more important things in life. Stop worrying about being fat. First of all, you're not. And second, it is so not important. As long as you have a healthy weight and a healthy body, there are so much more important things to worry about than thigh gaps and hip dips and whether or not your waist is small enough or your boobs are big enough. Remind yourself that most people are good people. Even when your faith in humanity gets tested, realize that the news is very biased and most people are good on the inside. Stop comparing yourself to others, since it invites unnecessary and unrealistic competition. Be unique, be you. You have awesome strengths and funny weaknesses. You're not perfect. You will make mistakes, and there will be others out there who have something you don't have, who are better at you in different things. That's not a bad thing. You don't have to be everything to everyone. You get to be you. So be confident and proud. In a few years, you will get a random dream that will inspire you to get your nipples pierced. And I know it looks amazing, but don't do it. It will save yourself 9 months of pain, only to have to take them out again at the end anyway. Don't assume things about people. You never know the full story. If someone looks a little cranky, that doesn't mean that they are a negative, cranky person. Maybe they just got some bad news, or maybe they're just having one of those days. You never really know what goes on in someone's head or in someone's life, so try to reserve judgment and don't make assumptions about people because they can often be proved wrong. So keep an open mind. Stretch more often. I know that you think it's not for you because you're so bad at it, and yes, I know about your hamstring injury, but do it anyway, because stretching is not about doing it well. You don't have to pose for the cover of a yoga magazine. Everyone can stretch their muscles, even you. And if you do it regularly, it can turn into a wonderful way for you to take care of your body and your mind. And it can even turn into a very soothing activity that you can do later in life whenever things get tough. Learn to take a compliment, even the weird ones. If someone calls you Snow White, just remember that they are saying you look like a Disney princess, and say thank you. Don't feel the need to explain why you're so pale. Don't be afraid to change course. In your 20s, you will be a student with a weekend job, you will be a dietitian, you will be a corporate manager, you will be a stay-at-home burnout recovery, and you'll be a YouTuber. And I'm sure that many changes will happen in your 30s as well. So just remember that things happen for a reason, and you will not come to regret anything that's happened or any decisions that you've made. So don't be afraid to change course if that feels right. Don't hide your abilities. If your friends get annoyed at you for getting a higher grade, that's on them. And there is no need for you to pretend you scored badly on a test or you don't know the answer to the teacher's question. So don't be afraid to step into your own power. It does not immediately make you an annoying know-it-all. You are a highly sensitive person, and that is a real thing and a trait that you are born with. So study up on that and learn how to take better care of yourself. Choose being happy over being right. It's not about who wins an argument. And this doesn't mean that you have to let people walk all over you. It just means that you can value understanding and communication over bickering and power struggles. Trust your own instincts and learn to listen to what your gut is telling you. Looking back on how you've often felt intuitively and what actually ended up happening, I can tell you that your gut instinct was usually right. So take that just as seriously as the facts that you have in front of you. Your future self will thank you. I would love it if you all could share one important life lesson that you have learned in the last decade of your life in the comment section down below. And I cannot promise to answer everyone, but I will definitely read all of your stories. If you've enjoyed this video, then you will also like my videos on Patreon. Joining Patreon is a great way to support the channel, and you will also get access to exclusive videos from me that are very different than the ones that I post here. They're much more casual, much more personal, and I talk about all kinds of things over there, so not just minimalism related content. You can join at patreon.com/simplehappyzen. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, you can do that down below. And right here is a coffee chat about self-care. Right here is a video about mental health during tough times. As always, questions, comments, conversations down below, and I'll see you soon, my friends. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.